A very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to cover one of the example of Fourier series. In my previous lecture, I explained the complete series of Fourier along with the how to find the coefficient of your Fourier series. So this is one of the examples. So suppose you have given this example, a square wave whose time period is from -1 to 3 and the signal is known as x of t along with the t axis. So how to form the Fourier series and how to find the proper answer for this. We know that Fourier series is x of t is equal to a naught plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity a of n cos of n omega naught t plus a e sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity b of n sine of omega naught t. Okay, so here x of t is equal to your function only, your cos signal only. Why we are considering the only cos signal? Because a naught is a dc signal, so this signal is not defined in this series, so it will be equal to 0, and this is not an even, this is an even function, so bn is equal to 0, so we eliminate this function also. So as I discussed the previous video, how to differentiate a naught, an and bn, whether the signal is if the signal is even and odd. Okay, so we'll consider accordingly. So the left out x of t is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to infinity a n cos of n omega naught t. So in this equation we have to find a of n, the value of coefficient a of n. So a of n is equal to, as we know, is equal to twice of 2 by t naught, limits from t naught, range is time period t naught, x of t cos of n omega naught t. So here the time period is, fundamental time period is 4. Why we'll consider it 4? Because the range is from -1 to 3. The signal is started from -1 and completed to 3. So here is 1, 2, 3 and 4. It can have 4 fundamental time period. So range from, so t naught is equal to 4 seconds, but we know that omega naught is equal to 2 pi by t naught. From here we can find out the value of omega naught will be pi by 2 radian per second. Now substitute this value in equation number first here. If we substitute it here, the value of omega naught, omega by 2 in here, so we'll get an is equal to 2 by t naught minus 1 to 3 as we discussed the limit. So x of t cos of n pi by 2 t d of t. So a of n is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 to 3 t naught. In place of t naught I am substituting here t because the range is minus 1 to 3. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Sorry, the time period is 4. So if we substitute t is equal, t naught is equal to 4, so 2 and 4 will be cancelled out. So the left out is 1 by 2. So minus infinity to minus 1 to 3 x of t cos of n pi by 2 t dt. So a of n is equal to 1 by 2. Now we are going to break this equation into two parts. Okay, so one is -1 to 1. Okay, because the amplitude here -1 to 1 is amplitude is 1, and from 1 to 3 the amplitude is -1. So that's why we are differentiating it into two parts. So first range is -1 to 1. The x of t is 1 cos of n pi by 2 t d of t. Similarly 1 to 3 -1 cos of n pi by 2 t dt. Remember this 1 and -1 is the amplitude. Okay, the amplitude. So a of n is equal to 1 by 2. Now substitute, now solve it. So this we can write it as like this. We'll bring the minus outside. So now assume n pi by 2 by t is equal to theta. We are assuming it. So n by pi by t dt is equal to d of t. N pi by 2 is coefficient, मतलब constant term. So dt is equal to dt. So from here dt is equal to 2 by n pi dt. Now substitute here n pi by t by 2 is equal to theta and dt is equal to 2 by n pi d theta. So by substituting we'll get, also we the ranges will be changed. The range will change from t is equal to -1. So theta is equal to minus n pi by 2 and t is equal to 1. So theta is equal to n pi by 2. And when t is equal to 3, the theta is equal to 3 pi by 2. Now the new equation is an is equal to 1 by 2 minus n pi by 2 minus n pi by 2 cos of theta do d theta by n pi. So here what we do, we substitute theta in place of n pi by 2, and in place of dt we are substituting 2 by n pi d theta. Okay, similarly here also. Now by solving it, the constant term is 2 pi by n pi. So in both the terms we are taking it common because it's a constant, so we are bringing it out. Okay, so left out is this one. Now an is equal to 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, 1 by n pi. Okay, by integrating it we get sine of theta minus n pi by 2 to n pi by 2. So similarly here also cos of theta is equal to sine of theta n pi by 2 to 3n pi by 2. Now an is equal to 1 by n pi. We are substituting the limits. So we can write it like this: sine of n pi by 2 minus sine of minus n pi by 2, and minus sine 3n pi by 2 plus sine of n pi by 2. So in first case, if we are considering the number of n is even, okay, so we can write a of n is equal to 1 by n pi. So if the number is even, we can write it as sine of n pi by 2 plus sine of n pi by 2 minus n pi by 2, because we are considering it an even function. So we can write it as plus n, the sine of n pi by 2. How we are considering it plus n by 2 and this function? This will be explained by this quadrant formula. As we know, there are four quadrants: first, second, third, and fourth. And in first quadrant, all the terms, all sine, cos, tan, all are positive. But in second term, only sine and cos are positive. In third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. And in fourth, cos and sec are positive. So in this case, if we are considering any even number, so it will be sine of 180. Suppose we are considering it 2. So 2 and 2 will be cancelled out. So sine of 180. So it will come into third quadrant. The solution is in negative. So negative negative will be positive. We can write it plus of sine of n pi by 2. And similarly in this case, if we are substituting sine of 3 n pi by 2, and here we are substituting 2, 2 to cancel, then it will be 3 of pi. 3 of pi is 3 of pi, it will come again in third quadrant. Again this will become negative. This and this will be cancelled out, and we'll get 2 by n by pi sine of n pi by 2. This is a simple mathematical calculation. So here in this case we are considering n is equal to 2. So again we are substituting 2 here. So we'll get the answer 0. For even case an is equal to 0. But for odd case, if we are considering n is equal to some odd number, okay, then what we will get, an is equal to 1 by n pi sine of n pi by 2 plus n pi by 2 plus n pi by 2 plus n pi by 2. How? Because in first quadrant, again, if we considering it, if we have this, and we are substituting here 1. So what will happen? Sine of minus pi by 2, pi by 2 here. So the value will be positive in this case. So we am writing here the positive term, and in the next quadrant we are writing here again plus 1. So it will be 3 pi by 2. Okay. So here 3 into 90, matlab 270. So it come in the fourth quadrant, sorry, third quadrant. So it will be again become positive. So we can write it as this. So it will be 4 by n pi sine of n pi by 2. Now put the value of, we are considering an odd number, we are substituting here n is equal to 1. So by substitution n is equal to 1, we'll get here 4 by pi. So an is equal to 4 by pi. Now substitute this an into initial value. That is, we know that x of t is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to infinity a of n cos of n pi by 2. We know the value of a of n, that is pi by 4 by pi. So by substituting here 4 by pi, so we'll get cos of now here it is n. So for n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, there are different number of values. So we can write it as cos of pi by 2 t minus 4 by 3, 4 by 3 pi, cos of 3 by 2 pi, again 1 2 3 4. Okay, but we are not considering here the even function, because for even function the an is equal to 0, so we are only considering here the odd functions. So the series will become in this way: x of t is equal to 4 by pi cos of pi by t minus 1 by 3 cos of 3 by 2, and so on. Thank you.